I've gotten a go ahead from the team, so I will start this video. I hope I'm audible and visible to all of you. All right. So at the outset, I would like to thank UPSC Time for giving me this platform in order to facilitate this conversation. Hello to everyone. My name is Ishwari Deka, and I have secured AIR 320 in UPSC 2023. Okay, I'm getting a lot of messages. Okay, I hope this orientation is fine. Okay, all right. All right. So I have cleared the UPSC Civil Services examination in 2023, securing AIR 20, whereafter I was allocated the Indian Revenue Service. I will start with a brief introduction about myself. I come from. One second. Asking me to adjust the camera. All right. I hope it's fine now. Okay. All right. All right. Yes. Whereafter I've been allocated the Indian Revenue Service income tax. I come from a town called Tezpur in Assam, where I completed my school education, and after that I moved to Delhi to pursue my graduation in English literature from St. Stephen's College, Delhi University. After that, I did my post-graduation from Delhi University itself, where I started my UPSC preparation after my post-graduation, and the years that followed, I'll share my journey with you. Okay, I've been getting a lot. So, am I visible and audible? Camera adjust. Okay, I'll just adjust the camera a little bit. Okay. Yes. Okay. So the team has given me a go ahead finally. I think everything is perfect now, the orientation. All right. My journey has been quite long, and I really do not believe that 4 years of struggle can be condensed into a live stream of an hour. However, I'll try my level best to do justice to this session. I was a humanities student in 11th and 12th, and thereafter also a humanities student in my graduation and post-graduation. So my perspective on things will be very different. Like the things I have struggled with personally, especially CSAT, that is very different from someone, say, who comes from a science background. Okay, there's a comment there's a comment that I should tell you where I derived my motivation from. All right, growing up or even during graduation, I did not actively think about this exam. Only after my post-graduation, when I sat down and I was going through all my career options, the paths that were open for me, I did a lot of introspection, and I thought that this is a path which I would like to take. And thereafter I started my preparation. I did join a coaching very briefly, but I found that it was not for me. So my entire preparation journey has been one of self-study. I studied from home most of the time. All right. Okay, so let's get into it now. This exam, as you all know, is divided into 3 stages. However, your preparation should be quite integrated. I will start with prelims and then move on to mains and then to the interview. But in all this, you should keep in mind that nothing was separate from, not one was separate from the other. जैसे मैं प्रीलिम्स के लिए जब पढ़ रही थी उसके साथ साथ मैं मेंस के लिए भी पढ़ रही थी एंड आई वाज डूइंग थिंग्स which I felt that ultimately helped me during my interview. All right. For prelims, I started with the most basic books. You know that there is a book list. It's available online. Almost everyone studies the same book list. I started with the most fundamental NCERTs. In my first attempt, I in fact read all the 6 to 12 NCERTs, but in the subsequent attempts, I felt that only NCERTs from 9th to 12th were a little helpful. Even then, with more focus on the 11th and 12th NCERTs. So I'll discuss my book list with you subject to subject. For art and culture and ancient and medieval history, I refer to the old NCERTs of R.S. Sharma and Satish Chandra, because I felt that they're very well written and they read like a story, and they helped me tremendously for mains. You can read the new NCERTs too, which are the themes in Indian history, which I had already done in class 12, but I feel that to have a more grounded narrative structure to your preparation, the old NCERTs do a better job. And to supplement the old NCERTs of R.S. Sharma and Satish Chandra, I did the Tamil Nadu class 11 history book, which everyone reads. उस बुक में जो आपका वो है साउथ इंडियन हिस्ट्री का पार्ट है, दैट इज़ गिवन मोर थरली एज कम्पेयर टू R.S. शर्मा. योर Pallavas and Cholas and Chalukyas. So I feel that that part specifically should be done from Tamil Nadu history class 11 book. Apart from that, for prelims specifically, I did Nitin Singhania, because these old NCERTs do ground you in the lineage of dynasties and the chronology of things and how certain events took place. But prelims is also based on recalling a lot of facts. So Nitin Singhania is very facts heavy. It's a very dense book. So if you're not able to do it in one go, then do it part by part. Like say today you do art and architecture, tomorrow you do say the first 3 days you do architecture, you take a break, you do some other subject, then you do paintings, then you take a break, then you do religion and philosophy. Because if you it's a very bulky book, so if you sit with it for say 20 days, you might get tremendously bored with it. And yeah, so this is what I did roughly for ancient and medieval and art and culture, and keep in mind that these two topics go hand in hand with each other. Alright, so moving on, the next would be modern India. For modern India, I only refer to Spectrum. You can read the themes of Indian history modern India book, which is available online. Just a rough reading, like don't make notes or anything out of it. It's a very interesting book to read. However, I did Spectrum, multiple revisions of Spectrum, and जितना भी शॉर्ट नोट्स या क्रोनोलॉजी मैं बना सकती थी, ऑलवेज कीप अ लिस्ट ऑफ गवर्नर जनरल्स बाय योर टेबल व्हाइल यू आर डूइंग हिस्ट्री, एंड कीप चेकिंग कि मैं जो पढ़ रही हूँ ये कौन से गवर्नर जनरल के टाइम पे हो रहा है. एंड देन तुम्हारे माइंड में क्रोनोलॉजी बननी चाहिए कि इसके टाइम पे, रिपन के टाइम पे ये हुआ था, अर्विन के टाइम पे ये हुआ था. तो वो सिंपल स्टफ दैट इज़ ऑल्सो वेरी हेल्पफुल.